Hey there guys, Nick back with another video. Today is something a little bit different from the last few days. Like I said, I don't have any more of the Avengers Infinity War Marvel Legends figures to review, at least not right now. So I thought I'd try something a little bit different. I've been getting a little bit of positive feedback from the last few videos, which is always nice to see. So I thought you guys might be interested in seeing what I've received in the mail today. These kinds of unboxing is certainly not uncommon on YouTube, and I'm sure this is definitely not the first time these things have been opened up, at least what's inside here. What's in here is going to be a bit of a surprise. I actually don't know exactly what it is myself, but I've got a pretty good idea that it is something unique, and I'm quite excited to see what's inside it. But we're going to start off with this box at the back. A good friend of mine from our Marvel Legends Australia page, he sent me something over here. I know what is inside, but I believe there might be a few bonus goodies. So let's crack it open and have a look together. Alrighty. Very, very neatly packaged as always. Let's get everything out. And here we have a big pile of wrapped up stuff. And I'm pretty keen to see what there is. But first and foremost, I just want to quickly show these off. These are basically little 3D printed... And here we have a big pile of stuff. There's lots of goodies to dive into here. Firstly, I'd quickly like to point out, these are awesome. My friend Joel, he is quite creative when it comes to 3D design, and he's had a few things printed. And these are basically little Hall of Armor pieces for my Iron Man Lego minifigures. They are awesome, and I'm pretty excited to set them up. I moved house and still haven't quite set everything up. So once I finally get all my Lego pieces out, I will have a little Hall of Armory. He's also chucked in a couple little Marvel posters, it looks like. A Daredevil. Let's keep that in the background, actually. And also Spider-Man. But let's get to the cool stuff of the actual parcel. Now, I believe Joel was able to get a few figures at a very good price for me. Some figures that I passed on last time or decided to sell and then regretted. A few things. So here we have the Marvel Legends Grim Reaper from the Ant-Man Ultron wave from, I think, 2015. I kind of regretted not picking up this wave at the time. I only cherry-picked a few figures, but I kind of wanted to pick up Grim Reaper because he was the first person to use the Grim Reaper body mold. I like the idea of having the figure that kind of started it off when it comes to a new body altogether, different kind of sculpt and whatnot. He's cool. I like him. He's got a crazy ass face. Look at that face. You certainly want to be trapped in a room with this guy, that's for sure. Next, another villain. I actually did have this guy at one point and I regretfully sold him off. And with the King Cobra that you saw the other day, he has a very sneaky cheeky peek in that video. It's another member of the Serpent Society. So this is Copperhead. It's using the Hyperion body mold. He looks pretty cool. I never actually opened the one that I had. I bought that wave and just sold off a few figures that I decided I didn't want at the time, and I later regretted it. But I quite like this figure. He's got some pretty crisp, clean deco there. Might have to give him a little bit of a play around later on. So that's nice to add him to the collection. And there's also another villain. Again, this is a villain that I did have and I decided to sell off because I thought not much of it at the time. But then I later read a couple comics with him in. Here's Blizzard. I don't mind Blizzard. He's very, very basic. It's a very plain figure. Reusing the Bucky Cap mold, of course. Not a whole lot going on with him, and that's why I originally poo-pooed him and kind of tossed him to the side. But I was able to pick him up relatively cheap. I really like his face sculpt. It looks good, and overall I'm happy to add him to the villains shelf. And there is one last villain. This is the biggest guy in the box, and this is the reason why the shipping would have been more than usual. I have the regular version of this guy, and now I have the SDCC exclusive version as well. So this is Abomination that came out in the Raft box set from 2016, and I think he looks pretty cool. I actually really didn't like the Build-A-Figure at first. I was planning on selling him off, and then he kind of grew on me. I like the lime green color of the Build-A-Figure, and I like this dark kind of olive green color of the exclusive Comic-Con version as well. I'm not sure if I'll have both on display, but I was able to get this guy really cheap, and I figured it would be worth grabbing him, at least for now. So those are the figures of the set. Now, Joel has also started off a little business. Oh, this is actually a spare leg that he's given me. I snapped my Nebula foot, so he's given me a spare part to his Nebula, because he also broke the other leg, so that worked out well for me. I get to fix that. He has started his own very, very awesome little side business where he makes accessories for Marvel Legends figures, and he's very talented when it comes to doing these. And these look like little symbiote puddles, like little gloops of venom. I quite like that. This here is a thunder piece that you would attach to Thor's hammer. Yeah, I believe it only fits the Jane Foster Thor as well as the Mjolnir that comes with the MCU Thor. That looks really awesome. I like the kind of fluorescent yellow. It looks really good in the light, actually. And this here is a spider effect. It's a new color. I've actually received a few of these effects from Joel in the past, but this is a new filament color that he was able to get recently, and this looks really awesome. Towards the end of the video, I'll grab a few figures and get these accessories in action. Now, this is one of the newest ones he's come up with. I love this. This is a fantastic radar sense effect that's going to go with a Daredevil figure. And I think he's done a great job with the design of them. Implementation looks fantastic as well. I love the fluorescent effects. He does a great job. If you're interested in picking any of these up, I'm not 100% sure if he does international shipping yet, but look up the Facebook page Slideffects and you will be in for a treat. He does a fantastic job with these, and I'm very happy to add these to my collection. I like this. I guess with each kind of Venom symbiote part, it is relatively unique. They're all kind of gloopy and whatnot. But he's done quite a few other kinds of effects in the past. He has beams for Cyclops. He's got little gun blasts that go out of different kind of weapons and whatnot. He has a whole bunch of different things. He's done some telepath things for Xavier or any kind of psychic characters. So it's definitely worth checking it out. Slideffects. Look him up on Facebook. Alright, let's take a look at some of these effects one by one. So we'll start off with the lightning effect for Mjolnir. So I'm pretty sure you just go ahead and plug it right in like that. And that looks pretty cool. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and grab Jane Foster. I was going to grab my MCU Thor, but I remembered that at the moment he does have a broken leg and I am yet to fix it. I actually have a spare part to fix it, but I haven't gotten around to doing that just yet. And I think that looks pretty cool. Do you think I think this looks pretty cool, guys? Yeah, it's pretty boss. He's very talented, this Joel. I can dig that. It's probably going to take a little bit of out-of-the-box thinking on how to pose these Simba accessories with any of your Simba characters like Venom over here. I'm not really the best at ACBA, but I'll see if I can work out some kind of a pose that makes these look pretty cool.
2 hours later.
And the way Venom looks right now is about how I feel, because I realized I'm no good at ACBA and I don't know how to show off these Venom accessories and make them look cool aside from just having him stand there. I don't know what to do. I'm sure that there's someone else who could do something better than me. Joel has also made some awesome blood effects like this, and the way that he has shown photos off with them, they've been posed on parts of the bodies. Maybe there's like a Wolverine stabbing into him, that kind of thing. I'm not too sure how I should go about and displaying these particular gooey puddles right now, aside from making it look like that Venom's had a little bit of an accident. I can't do this justice right now. Now, these, I think, are one of the coolest things he's come up with. I think this was the first thing he started off when it came to the 3D effects. And there's been quite a few colours, but like I mentioned earlier, this is a new colour for the Spider Sense effect. And that looks awesome. He has done a lot of photos with these in his much better light box, better than what I've got. And I can't really do them justice either. This I think looks awesome, and I'm very happy to add another color to my collection. I think I've already got like pink that kind of goes with Spider-Gwen and some yellows. This white looks really awesome. It actually looks like a proper spider sense effect that Hasbro might include. Take some notes, Hasbro. One other little effect I didn't notice until right now that he's also included are some little winter earmuffs for Spider-Man. I had mentioned at one point it would be awesome to have a beanie and a scarf, which I'm sure would be way too difficult to do for a 3D printed accessory, but a little bit of earmuffs there. Some of my favorite comics of Spider-Man have him dealing with the winter and the horrible cold that comes with it. I think that looks pretty cool. Kind of looks a little bit like headphones as well. Maybe you could pass it off like that. I like it. Maybe you could even pass it off as some kind of a crazy eyepiece. I think it looks pretty cool. Now this is what I'm most looking forward to. Full disclosure, you're going to need a little bit of sticky tack or blue tack because there's no way to actually implement it properly, but we're just going to go ahead and just pop that right on the back. And then boom, radar sense. There are criminals afoot. I'm just actually noticing this is the box set Amazon exclusive Daredevil, and it's actually got like some shading and paint work here. I might do a review of this figure separately actually, but in the meantime I think this looks awesome. He's done a fantastic job at these effects. They come in a variety of colors as well to suit other things. I've seen some more grayish, bluish looking ones that suit Professor Xavier, and he's also done another kind of wavy effect like this that suits telepath characters as well. So as again mentioned, you should definitely check out Slideffects on Facebook because you will be able to pick up some awesome accessories for your Legends figures. And what do you think? Should I do a review on this figure? I might. This parcel I'm very excited to open. I don't know exactly what's inside, but I've got a very good idea of what it is. Every year the Marvel Legends Australia page has a Secret Santa, and you might be wondering, geez, Nick, it's February, Santa's very late for you. There was a bit of a blunder with the mail, and thankfully the lovely Christina Cruz, who was my Secret Santa, was able to send me something else out, and I'm very excited to open it up. So let's see what this is. Alright, we got it open. Let's see what's inside. Now, some of you might not know already, but Christina Cruz is a very fantastic, talented customizer. She's definitely been making the rounds over the last couple of years in the Marvel Legends community. Her sculpting and paintwork is fantastic. Let's have a look and see what she has sent me. Oh, I had a feeling it may have been this, and it looks like I was right. Ah, oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. That's a Mary Jane head sculpt. I had a sneaking suspicion it may have been a Mary Jane. She asked if I had the Spider-Man 2-pack that came out last year. And that's very, very pretty. Look at that. She is a very talented artist. It even has those little freckles. I don't have a camera that can do this justice right now. But this feels good. Her hair is somewhat pliable. I don't know how she makes this exactly, but this is beautiful. And this is definitely better than what Hasbro have given us. Wow. This is definitely fantastic and most definitely worth the wait, that's for sure. This looks awesome. I'm going to go ahead and grab the Mary Jane figure and pop this on and we can get a better look. Alright, so here's the Mary Jane that came in the Spider-Man 2-pack last year. Mine's got a little bit of janky leg syndrome happening. I probably have to give her a bit of a warm bath or introduce her to a hairdryer. I'm very excited to pop off this head, and don't get me wrong, this is a pretty head. Hasbro did a good job with this one as well. I like that they got the freckles and they did a bit of paint shading in her hair. So it actually has a nice little gradient. She's got the nice lighter red here to darker red. They did a good job, but I gotta say this is definitely much nicer looking, and I'm very excited to pop her on. And here is Mary Jane with her brand new head sculpt, and I said it before and I'll say it again, this is amazing. She has done such a good job. Christina Cruz is a very, very talented artist, and you should definitely go check out her Instagram where she posts lots and lots of different pictures every other day on all the work that she's doing. She's always doing some kind of custom work at any given time. But just looking at the way that she's done the makeup, her eyes are shiny, even her lips. My girlfriend even pointed out looks like she's wearing lip liner, and I'm not surprised. I'm sure that was an intentional design on Christina's part. I'm very, very thankful for this gift. It was definitely worth the wait. Wow. What do you guys think? I'm pretty sure it speaks for itself. Like I said earlier, I really do not have a camera that can do any kind of close-up videos, the justice they deserve. This is about the best I'm going to be able to show you right now. You can even see the freckles there. I believe that she was inspired by the work of J. Scott Campbell when she was designing this, and he is an extremely talented artist. Some of my favorite comic book covers and pieces of work ever done are by him, and I'm not surprised that she's used him as inspiration for her work as well. This is about as close as I'm going to be able to get without kind of really ruining the quality. And you can see for yourselves the amount of attention to detail that was put into this figure. I'm a little bit of a loss for words right now. My Spidey shelf is going to look way better, that's for sure. Every time I think I'm kind of done looking at the head sculpt, I just notice more things. Look at the detail on the hair. Just like with the Hasbro version, they went ahead and did, you know, different kind of gradients of red. She's captured perfect shading across the whole thing. I don't know how steady your hands are to make this kind of hair sculpt. This is just phenomenal work. It's turned a pretty decent figure into an A+ figure, that's for sure. Wow. Alright, that's enough gushing over this, at least for now. And here's the family staying together for a portrait. It's really nice to add a few figures to the collection. It's even nicer to add some accessories to the figures I've already got. Kind of complements them and makes them look a little bit better than they are. I love the Spidey effects. I love the Thunder effects. The radar effect I think is bang on awesome. I was really impressed when he showed me the prototype pictures of that a while back, and I'm sure you guys are pretty happy with it too. I can't really say anything better about the Christina Cruz head sculpt. She's done an amazing job, and I'm sure that if you're wanting to hit her up for some commission work, you'll be waiting a long time because she is always very, very busy, but it is definitely going to be worth the wait. I'm super, super stoked that I was given this as a gift. I'm very happy to add her to my collection, and I'm very happy to add the figures in the back to the collection as well. As I said, I got them at a pretty good price, and it's always, always awesome to add extra accessories to make the figures you've already got pop and look even better than they are. Thanks very much for watching this, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's not the same as what I've done already, and I know it's not another Avengers Infinity War figure review. I don't have any more of them, like I said, so hopefully this puts those... Are you going to review Iron Man? Are you going to review Captain America? Are you going to review Iron Spider? Are you going to review a Thanos Build-A-Figure? Questions to bed, because I don't have them. If I did, I would be reviewing them for you right now. In any case, thanks again for watching. If you are enjoying this content, feel free to drop me a like. I really appreciate the comments. It's always nice reading feedback. If it's positive or good, I'm happy to spend some time reading it. If you're happy to spend some time writing it. Thanks very much, guys. Take care of yourselves.